happy Wednesday. Happy whenever you're watching, because I know a lot of you can't catch me live. That's better. A lot of you can't catch me live, but you do catch me on replay. So I do appreciate you all being here, however you watch. My name is Ellen Woodbridge. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. What does that mean? That means I sell and demonstrate the amazing Stampin' Up! Products. I show you how I use them to inspire you to use your stash. And of course, if you're in Australia, I do have these products, or unless stated, I have them available on my online store for you guys to purchase or to earn, because we're using some free product today, celebration product that you can earn. Hello, Miss Lisa, how are you? Yes, Cheryl has full internet back. We've got to watch out. She's going to be with us all the time creating havoc. But that's okay. I like Cheryl's havoc, so that's awesome. Hello, Miss Corinne. So today I'm doing some simple hand cutting, and we are using gnomes. So I have grabbed out the Storybook Gnomes Designer Series paper. Hello, Cindy. So the Design Series paper, I do not have the stamp set, but I have made a really cute card without the stamp set. So we're using the paper. We are also going to make some mushrooms using the tree rings dies. So that's fun. Hello, Miss Darlene. We are going to be using the Silver and Gold Designer Series paper. And the stamp set I grabbed out. This could be a Christmas card. It could not be a Christmas card. Yeah, someone just popped on. I totally missed them. Hey, Laurie, how are you? Hey, Miss Margine. I have the Christmas to Remember stamp set. So what I have, the one we are going to use is Friends Like You Make This Season Special. And because it uses the word season, my throat is being silly today, and no, I'm not sick. The word season can mean any season in life. It doesn't have to be the Christmas season. It could be an literal season or a season of life. So, because we all have those. We all have those. So, using the Christmas to Remember stamp set that carried over from last year. So, this is still available. I still love the mixed font in there. So, I grabbed that out. I have my class kits. Thank you. I have my class kit, so I've actually got one that's almost done, and I've got two other kits here. Now I need to cut another card base because I'm going to pop that back and just use a whole sheet when we get there, because I miss card bases when I was cutting up for my team meeting. I had a moment. But we all have those. So I suppose you really, oh, the other thing we're using, it's not there. Must have put them away because I've used them. We are using the matching embellishments. Is this them? The Fine Sparkle Adhesive Back Dots. Gems, not dots. So that is, we're going to use that, and that goes with the Storybook Gnomes paper. And this is the card. It's a bit cute, a bit sweet, using some blending brushes, some hand cutting, doing all those things. And I will show you, we'll be making 3 of the cards. So strap in, make sure you got your cup of tea. They are so sparkly, Margine. Get yourself a cuppa, a drink. It's nighttime. If you're having a wine, please enjoy it. And while I flip around, tell me how everything's going with you guys. Tell me what your plans are this weekend. I'm really hoping to do some crafting for some upcoming classes, and for just for me. The last card I made was Lavender's birthday card, and like that I'm not recreating. So make sure, and if you're watching me for the first time, please make sure you subscribe. You got Pepsi in the sandwich. I'm not a Pepsi girl. Mind you, I haven't had Coke in over 4 years. Hey, Miss Leslie, I haven't had Coke in over 4 years, but I'm definitely a Coke girl. Weekend is card catch up. That's when I get decent chunks of time to sit here and create. I do create midweek, but this week, I do not have that set, Corinne. I don't. It's very cute, but I don't own that set. So I'm sure you'll make some gorgeous things, because you can do some really simple things, or you can put him in a scene. There's lots of things you can do with that Scotty dog. Okay, let's stop jabbering because it's been 6 minutes, and I will get this cord out of the way and we will flip around, and I will also turn off my overhead light because it casts nasty shadows. That means you girls get distracted by the shadows and not my amazing card. Look at that. Hello, Georgiana. How are you? Right. Yeah. Do this. Do this. That's too far. Let's see how that is, because my screen on my phone always looks different to the computer screen. I know I do. Hey, or I need a husband that's not in a meeting. He was just walking by Tuesday and offered to turn it off. I'm on your TV. I love it when I hear that I'm on your big screens. Thank you, Laurie. Oh, that's lovely of you to say. It's only a couple of steps. I get my step count up. Hello, Miss Bev. Great, so this is my pile of things that we are going to get out of the way. Oh, I need my blending brushes. Oops. Oh dear. Lucky I don't need that. I have my cup of blending brushes. So I got a cup from a bridal shower from a friend, and I just thought they just stuck a sticker on it, and it's so sweet, and I just use it in here, and every time I use it I think of her. And I actually saw her on the weekend and got to cuddle her sweet little boy, who's about 2 months younger than Franklin. He's just gorgeous. Sorry, I digress. Okay, so I'm assuming you guys would like to have a look at the Storybook Gnome paper, because it's a bit gorge. Okay, so I have cut up a lot of pieces here already, but the good thing is you can have a row. If you don't want to hand cut anything out, you can just have a row of mushroom houses, and that's the basis of your scene, which is awesome. Now I'd ignore the fact that there are snowflakes in the background, and I'd just deal with that, because you guys all know how I go with snow backgrounds, but that's okay. Now these are uber cute. I particularly love this deer. Once again, because they're so cute, I'm ignoring that it's winter themed, because I just adore it. And we have the foxes, we have gnomes slash gonks, because some are showing their eyes, some aren't. I don't know if Brendan will pop on and give us his opinion. We had this conversation probably about this time last year about gnomes versus gonks. So if you've been around that long, you know that conversation. And it came down to a gnome shows his eyes and a gonk does not show his eyes. Hello, Miss Paula. Okay, the good thing that I love, we have multicultural gnomes, which is awesome, representing everyone of every skin tone. I don't think I'll be using this background. We do have a nice snowy mountain scene here. And on the other side of the snowy. Now I can deal with this snowy mountain scene. I don't know who I am, but that will make a great card front, and then you could build a scene on top of that. Then we have our moose, our gorgeous deer. That deer is just gorgeous. Little bluebird, the rabbit, and the fox in a couple of different postures. I love these trees on the back. Just great to cut off a couple of rows. They're just so graphic. They're quite different to the rest of the style, but I love their graphic nature. So we have some more scenes here. And this will make a great background scene, and then you could either just put something as the focal point, or you could just add a sentiment. And you've got our lady and man gnomes with their houses and all their mushrooms. We have some more, and this is, let's say it's mint macaron, snowflakes, and then we have our toadstool print. Ah, you missed that mountain paper, Paula. Oh, it was educational, Laurie, wasn't it? It was like a whole video of talking about gnomes and gonks. I know, as soon as I saw this paper, I did think about it. Yes, lots of good slimline backgrounds. That's exactly right, Bev, and I haven't done a slimline in a while, and I do have a couple of ideas going around, so you never know, this paper might feature. Now, I did also want to show you the other paper that we have used, or we will use, I have used, use the right tense, is the gold and silver specialty paper. So this is available to earn for free. At the moment, it is in stock in Australia. US girls, please tell me, is it in stock in the US? Because I haven't heard that this paper is out of stock. So it comes 6x6, and you've got your messy polka dots. I call them messy because they're not perfect, and I'm a bit of a fan of a messy grunge polka dot rather than the pristine. And look, I'm wearing polka dots today. I just grabbed this jumper because I like this jumper, and I went out this morning. But yes, and we have the wonky stripes. So this is in gold, and then we have exactly the same in silver. So I am going to blend these backgrounds today, and I think that's where I'm going to start. I already have die cut using the Tree Rings hybrid embossing folder. So this is the embossing folder that you can die cut and emboss at the same time, and I have done videos on this, so if you look up Tree Rings, it will come out. Oh good, thank you for telling me that it's available so far, Laurie. And the tree lot dies, yes, the tree lot dies are out in the US as well, because I used those earlier this week. So I used these two little dies here to create the mushrooms on the card. But if I substituted the mushroom bottoms for the acorn top, I could use that same shape to create an acorn. Now, I'm not an acorn person, but I am all for multi-use of dies. So the fact that you can use this one die bottom and two separate bottoms or tops to create a different shape, that's awesome. So I was really happy when I noticed that, and they've done the same with the matching stamp set, but we're not using that today. So if you wanted to look at the Ringed with Nature stamp set, you can do the same thing with that. Okay, so let me move these things out of the way-ish. I definitely don't need these, so they can just tuck over there. And that paper, I should have said, is available to earn in Australia with a $90 order. Hello, Carol, that's okay. Hey, Shari. And here's a little look at that gorgeous shimmery fine sparkle goodness. Okay, so I need our strips. So these strips are, I just cut them in half. So they're 3 by 6, and I'll deal with all the other little bits later. I have already done one, and I'll grab the other one. It doesn't want to split for me. It's because I moisturised my hands just before I came on. So we've got our 2, and the 2 colours that we are using, and I'm going to pop my card just there. So the 2 colours we're using are Balmy Blue and Crumb Cake. My label is faded and UV affected. Crumb Cake is actually not green. Crumb Cake is actually that colour, and the base cardstock is Crumb Cake, but my label has gone. But that's okay. I know what colour Crumb Cake is, so I can deal with that quite well. Sorry, I just dropped my silicone mat on the floor. Not that I need it, but I was grabbing something out from under it. I know, sentiments are awesome, Paula. I was really, really happy when they brought back this sentiment set, and it carried over. I'll leave it there so you guys can all have a bit of a look. So I'm going to start with Balmy Blue. So I'm going to grab my blue blending brush. So I just have one for all the blues. That's how it works. And I just check it hasn't got like really dark Night of Navy on it, and that's actually fairly dry. So I'm just going to give this a nice liberal ink up because I know it is dry. Now I'm going to use a light hand because I did just add a whole lot of ink. So I know you probably can't see anything at the moment, but the ink is going down in layers, and I do start pressing more and more and more just to get more of that ink transferred. You know what, I'm going to try this because this was Jamie's suggestion last time to see how I like it. And do you know what, it really doesn't make too much of a difference for me using that. Now, because I already have a card here made, I'm just going to check that I've done enough, and I'm pretty happy with that. I'm also happy with the depth of colour. So you can use your silicone mat as a base for your blending. The one thing you've got to remember is to wipe it down when in between colours, or flip it over because you don't want to contaminate your colours. Hey Shaz, how are you? We're not going to ask you what time it is, but we know you're just awake. So just kind of blocking in to where I want it. And then just going for it. How's that? I just need a bit more. Now I will need to chop these off a little bit because they are going to be too long, but because I've got my sentiment pre-done in the Stamparatus, I am going to leave them at 6 inches. Okay, I think I'm all good for my sky. So if you're my scissors that I did have on my desk, I put you away. Ouch! I don't often see that time. I am a night owl, but I do eventually go to sleep. So I'm just going to flip this over to the other side, flip my paper over, and grab my crumb cake. So now you can see it does look the correct colour. Okay, pick up that ink. That isn't too wet, but I am just going to go light and just lay some of that excess colour down and then start adding some pressure. So if I held this back here, I'd get some really light pressure, and the closer you hold it to the head, I know some people even hold it like that, but the other way, my fingers won't do that, and you can get some great control doing it that way. Okay. Am I happy with that? I think so. So I have just blended across where the two meet. So there's a seamless bit. Hello, Inca. How are you? Oh, Shaz, hang on. Oh, you're a lovely wife, Shaz. I do not stay up with my husband. My husband knows to wake me up if he's having a bad enough asthma attack. If not, let me sleep. He does not want to deal with me with no sleep. But it's just that I am wired to be a night owl. Like my dad. My dad's a bit of a night owl. We are also very good at falling asleep watching television. And at the moment, I'm falling asleep watching the Commonwealth Games. Because of our time difference, Shaz, all the good events are on late at night. But I tape it and then I watch it the next day. So that is all the blending for that background. Now, while I have this out, I am going to get our mushroom pieces, because look, while I'm doing the one task, we're going to do it. Are you watching the Commonwealth Games shows? Are you a sport fan? I am a sport fan, as well as a creative drama reality TV type person as well. Okay, so I've got that. Go over there, and now I need to empty the other one. And then we'll do the hand cutting and work that out. They have, oh, you have tickets to the netball. That's awesome. Yes, because I can't participate in sport, I am a very enthusiastic spectator. My husband may use other words, but I'm a very enthusiastic spectator. So much so, Shaz will only get, the Aussies and Shaz will get this. My parents are very heavy, very into rugby league. So I am banned from watching rugby league in my house, because I made Barrick a bit too hard at the players, the referees, just in general. Okay, so I was adding the colour that was left of the crumb cake to our mushroom stems. So that's those done. And then what I'm doing with our mushroom tops, that was a good catch. You love rugby union. No, I'm definitely a rugby league girl. Definitely not a rugby union girl. But yeah. But yeah, the netball hasn't been bad watching it, actually. You're rugby league. Oh, really, Leslie? Oh, wow. I'm a St. George fan. Not talking about this season or the previous God knows how many seasons, but anyway. Oh, I like racing cars too. Horses, we were talking about this yesterday because we're waiting for the equestrian events. We said, oh, the equestrian events must happen next week. So I've got Poppy Parade. I have a bit of colour in here already. Now I'm going to go I'm going to start light with my toadstool mushroom tops, and I'm just pouncing, and I can just build it up. That's where I want to get to. Perfect. So I don't want it like full on Poppy Parade, but I want it Poppy Parade. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm really happy with those. So I didn't have that much ink left really. And then I'm going to pop those aside to dry because I don't need them now and I don't want to lose them. Oh wow! That's exciting. Yeah, my kids, you guys know my kids do karate. I never really did team sports. They did gymnastics. So they did like kinder gym. Gymnastics. Then they did it for a little bit when they were in school, and then they wanted to stop gymnastics, which was fine, and then they just did swimming and karate. So yeah, I've enjoyed watching the judo, obviously being a did I have enough? Yeah, I had enough. That's because that one lives in there. I wonder if I've coloured these ones in. I may need to get everything out. Again, I'm not sure. Perfect. So I'm just going to put these pieces in at the 6 inch length because that's how I did it the first time. I played... Oh, hey, Jan. Are you on your bike, Jan? 3 years with South and 3 years with Cronulla. You know what? My dad would probably know exactly who your husband is, being such an avid fan. I'm so glad I make total sense. Daughter play fit. Ooh, ouch. Ouch, ouch. Oh, you're done. Okay, so we can be your recovery session tonight, Jan. Now, I was going to say something, but I don't know. Oh, F1. Oh, Lavender. Oh, my God. Lavender loves F1. And I think Lavender may be going for a Formula 3 joyride. That was a birthday present, not our birthday present. Lavender got very special personalised number plates for her car from us, in purple of course. Okay, so I've just stamped that twice. Now I'm using StazOn because StazOn does stamp over the foil. So I've stamped that one. I'm going to stamp the other one, and our third one is actually already stamped. Already been there and done that. Right, that is in there, and doesn't really matter if it's not like totally straight because you have so much handwritten script with this stamp set that it doesn't matter. Now I'm just doing it twice because we are going over those foil dots, and I want it as bold as we can have it. So that second one just makes it super bold. Who did I miss? Did I miss Linda? Oh, Lisa, sorry, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Now, if I don't answer something that you're talking about, can someone please poke me? Or do a @Ellen or something? Because if you do an @Ellen, I see it comes up yellow on my screen, and I see it. Okay, that can go back over there. Let me empty this one, and we may just need to go back and do a titch of colouring, unless I've already done them. So I've got a card front there. Don't need that. I've got my mushroom. See, I did my mushroom tops by the looks of it, but I didn't do my bases. So I'm just going to bring, do you know what? I'm going to totally cheat, because this bit here is going to be covered up anyway by the piece of Designer Series paper. So, no, I need to open the ink pad. Grab a bit more ink. Just want to add a hint of ink. They don't need to be totally crumb cake. I do like the patterning of, because they're embossed. I'll show you. They are actually embossed as well. And you just get that little bit of white coming through as well. Okay, so I'm going to put these over here, and then they're all ready to go. Okay, hand cutting time. So, any questions that you have? Ooh, that sounds like fun, Corinne. But I like watching. We have V8 car racing here in Australia. I love watching the V8s. I used to watch the F1s quite a bit. All the Aussies are going to laugh at me. They did the replays on the Wide World of Sports on the weekends, and I used to sit there and watch the Wide World of Sports, and I loved watching the Ironman races, like the actual Ironman, the ultra marathon races. I think because I couldn't do any of that, I idolize and enjoy it, because I know it's something I'll never be able to do. So just go around. Now you can cut this straight up to the line. I'm not that kind of gal. I like a little bit of a framing margin. It's not always a it's not always an even framing margin, but hey, it's a framing margin. But these are nice and easy to cut out, except for when your eye just flickers right then when you're turning the corner. So that's one done. Delinda, how are you? Delinda, how is your wrist? Is it your wrist or your hand that you hurt? You poor sausage. A lot of our friends are quite injured at the moment. They've all done silly things and not consulted us first. And they've all gone and hurt themselves. Lots of hand injuries at the moment, apparently. I don't like going backwards there. Whoop, the shakes stop. Reset and keep going. Slow down on the turns. Aha, gotcha. Sorry, I've gone all silent because I'm concentrating. Now, I just did a little dip in here. I didn't go all the way up. I think I was making life easier for myself, and it's like, hey, I'm all for that. Okay. We had such beautiful weather here yesterday, an unseasonably warm day, and it is just damp and dreary here today. Just going to cut this a little bit, just a titch bit closer, just to there. Okay, 2 done, 4 more to go. Yes, there are dies to do that, but I don't happen to own the dies. There are dies that coordinate with these. Inca is exactly correct. Your wrist, elbow and shoulder, Delinda. Oh my God. Yes, there are dies, but I don't have the dies. Yes, Shaz, wheelchair basketball is hectic. Sorry, I'm going back while I do this. Yes, wheelchair basketball is totally hectic. I love it. The Aussie guys are crazy. You have to have a level of crazy to do wheelchair basketball. Absolutely. Ellen, do you want the gnome stamps and dies? Do you know what? I think I can live without the gnome stamps and dies. I'm really happy with all the imagery I can get out of the paper. So, yeah, it's not... trying to work out if that's thunder I can hear or whether it's someone doing something. Yeah, I just can't afford to have everything. So I'm really happy that these images are super easy to cut out. Yeah, I did. No. Sorry for the half snort thing. Oh my God, Cheryl, you crack me up. No, I cannot cut the crutch area. That would not be good. I may have crying gnomes, and we don't want crying gnomes. We want happy gnomes. Yeah. No, I just do not own the stamps and the dies, but the stamps and the dies do coordinate with this. Thank you all for reminding me of that. I didn't think of it because I didn't own them, or I don't own them. No, there's only so much crafting time in my week, and yeah, just the way life goes. Huh, I thought that sounded like a garbage truck out the front of our house. Or maybe it's the guys that said they'd be here last Thursday, because we've got a sewerage line that runs across the back of our house, and our local council need to access the point behind our shed. Was that a truck at the front of our house, David? Pardon? I wondered if it was the Interflow guys. Oh, just telling the girls what's going on while I'm doing some hand cutting. Cheryl. Hey Joy, how are you? Pardon, David? I'm still on my video. I know. Oh, I was actually paying my husband some attention. Okay. Oh my God, you had 26 yesterday. Leslie, we had like 24 yesterday. Ellen, do you have the Ringed in Nature set? Yes, Laurie, and that's where the mushrooms came from. So the ringed, the tree rings stamp set does that. So that's where we got the die cut mushrooms that we'll use. And also to go with the gnomes, these mushrooms also go with the gnomes as well. And you could use a little house in the background and stuff like that as well. So yeah, they do both work quite well with the gnomes, but not for the die cutting aspect, but that's okay. Oh my God, Cheryl, God help us. God help me, seriously, woman. You'll be the death of me. You're now going to aim for a snorter day, aren't you? I'm almost there. I'm on my, I'm about halfway. About halfway. But this is good. We get to have a bit of a chat. And then we're just up to assembly. So we're not doing too badly at all, but I've now got the shakes because that's what my hands do. And I'm probably rushing, and I shouldn't rush, but I've got lots of things to do. I have to go to another high school to pick up Owen today. Owen is actually, he's very arty. Both the kids are very arty, but Owen's doing a 2-day sculpture workshop with a local artist. He was invited by his art teacher at school to do it. So I've had to drop him off and pick him up. But the funny thing is, 2 of my girlfriends work at this school that he's at. One of them's off sick this week, sadly. But the other one, they're both in the English staff room. But yeah, it's nice to know if anything happens. I've got 2 of my best friends there to look after Owen, which is lovely. Okay. Go around. I love this girl's plaits. They are the chunkiest plaits. I used to have a lot thicker hair than what I've got now for Vera. Just let me have a drink of water here. I'm so glad, Shaz. It is a lovely celebration offering, and the fact that we have sold out or are close-ish to selling out of certain things is testament that we've got a good offering. Now that was really jagged, but no one's going to notice because she's really cute. They're not going to notice the jagged ends. Taking it slow. So any other questions, comments? Sporting questions? I am across most sports. I did enjoy. Hey, this is a question for you girls in North America. Do you have lawn bowls? Because lawn bowls is a sport that they play at the Commonwealth Games. And a friend I used to go to school with, when she was in high school, she played lawn bowls with her dad. She was actually really, really good at it too. And I enjoy watching lawn bowls. And the tactic things, David and I have enjoyed watching the cycling, especially the Kieran and stuff like, and some of those races where there's tactics to it. Really, really fun. Owen is 17 in October. Shaz, almost 17. Oh, southern France. 35 to 40 Celsius. That's what you get when it's summer. Yeah, Owen's very good. He made some swamp monster yesterday. He's very good. Oh, yes, thank you for answering that, Laurie. We have feather bowling. Lawn bowls, lawn, L-A-W-N. Lawn. Sorry, Cheryl. Oh, the bike crashes were awful. Our Australian guy, he was robbed in 2 races. One race, it should have been rerun, where they were arguing, oh my God, and then he was going for his 2nd gold in that race, and then the 2nd race, well, that was just, yeah, that just wasn't good. And then, thank God, his 3rd event, he won gold. That made me feel a bit better. But yes, the commissaires, the officials for the cycling portion, they need schooling in how to be fair and reasonable people within the rules, because yes, and that's not me being biased, that's me listening to what the rule book said and seeing what I saw. So yeah, this is our last piece. Lawn as in grass bowls. Yes, Shaz. Hang on, let me show you that. That is, yeah. Sorry, Laurie, your comment was held for review. Miss Admin here. We'll approve that. No, I'm not going to snort at that. That's not snort worthy at all. Okay, and the last snip, and we're done. Now we need to dimensionalize a lot. So I'm going to snip my edges here. Yes, good. I'm glad it's not just me. Of course, I was explaining it to Dave, and he's going, well, that doesn't sound right either. So, cutting up my edges. We will definitely finish these today, and then we can start on a new pack. Done. Okay. So, I think we need 4 here, 2 on the base, and then definitely 2 across the top of the mushroom. And I don't think we'll get saggy middles here. Maybe we do need 5, because don't want saggy middles. We already had this conversation about if only they'd make dimensionals that we can use to fix our own saggy middles. Okay, it's called bowling, but they bowl balls. I'm smiling. Do we do that in America? I don't know. That's what I was asking. Do you guys have lawn bowls? That's what the sport is called, lawn bowls. So now I need someone to look it up while we're on here, if you happen a second device, because my hands are otherwise occupied. And tell me, because I'm most curious. Because that's very tactical games. I suppose it's like curling, but on lawn. I think it's like curling, but on lawn. And you don't sweep. You hold the ball and you bowl it. So there's no sweeping like in curling, but you've got to get closest to the jack. And someone bowls the jack as well. So yeah, it's most like curling. I'm glad I could think of something. I know you're asking other Americans. It's bowls. We play on grass or we have indoor bowls. You have lawn... Well, that doesn't surprise me, Cindy, because you are a Commonwealth country. So, you know, and I think you guys may even have a team playing it at the Commonwealth Games. It isn't seeming familiar. Okay. Okay, I've nearly finished my mini dimensionals, so I'm going to start using the edges of that as well, except that was not well planned. So nice to have we have 28 of us in here live. This is awesome. And the fact we've got the biggest stirrer here back, we've just got to watch out. Okay, that one and just 2 more, and I need to do all my little mushroom heads, tops, whatever. Let me see. Just going to cut those and then see how I go. I think 2 will do that one. That's fine. I think I'm going to need a few more. But I'll pop these down. I think I'm going to need another 3 or at least 2. Can you just stick? Not everywhere else, but where you're meant to. You're confused at this book. Guess it's not in America. Polite reminder. Oh, thank you, Shaz. Thanks for the polite reminder. Yay, Cindy. I love it. I've had a couple of you girls send me photos of me on your big screen, and I love it. It's like, I'm on television. It's like I have my own syndicated show just in everyone's living rooms. If only. Oh my God, I don't know that I could deal with having my own television show, truthfully. I really, really don't. Do you guys reckon it'd work? Oh, I'm on multiple TVs. Yes, Darlene, you'd said that earlier. Okay, now, bring these over, get my tool, and flip these over. You can see the cute little embossed detail on these as well. So these will just need 1 mini dimensional. I could have used a normal dimensional, but I don't have any of those left on my desk. I do have plenty, but I just don't have them on my desk. So we'll just use mini ones instead, because they are exactly the same thickness, like exactly the same thickness. So you can interchange and use them together. And did you guys know that we have black dimensionals as well? So we have black dimensionals, and you buy a pack and you get a mix of the full size and the mini size in the same pack. Because you do. Well, yes, true. It is a twice a week show, isn't it? It's just, yeah. I was more thinking a reality show. I don't know. I do try to only say on here what I'd be willing to tell a stranger in the street. Okay, now I need to cut some card bases, and I need to cut these down. So let's grab out the trimmer and 1 piece of crumb cake cardstock. If I can grab a single piece. Oh my dear word. Right, got it. And trimmer. Okay, all here. So I want to score at 10.5. So I score halfway lengthways, and then I cut halfway sideways, and that gives me my side folding portrait cards. Joel, what's Cheryl up to this time? Yes, hecklers in the audience, Cheryl. Exactly. I've got to be careful. Never know what they're going to say or do, I tell you. So I want these half, so a bit of the slither off. And just like that. Didn't leave. I'm going to cut these 2 together because they are exactly the same size. And you can easily cut 2 pieces of designer series paper at the same time. Okay, we are ready to assemble. And I can't sing either, so I'd be terrible on Idol or X Factor or Got Talent. I'd be terrible on those shows because I don't have any. I have card making talent. That's about it. There is. Thank you, Delinda. Oh, Margine, add it to your wish list. So then, or add it to your cart. So then when you check out next time, you go, oh, that's right, Ellen reminded me about those. And then you'll think of me when you're ordering, which just sounds lovely to me. Okay, I'm waiting for something to be back in stock in Australia to grab for a customer before I do my next order. The cards are cut. Oh, thank you. Do you know what? I took the colours directly from the designer series paper. So I had nothing to do with the colours, straight from the designer series paper. So here we go. So stick this one down. That's one. I can hear my telephone going, but so there you go. Ah, see, they didn't love me. If you ring my house phone, that's the message you get, because I generally don't answer it. It's there for emergencies. Because when power goes out at our house, we do have a spare phone that doesn't need power. But because of where we live at the back of a valley, we get terrible mobile service when the power goes out. So we always have just kept our home phone, which is really annoying for scammers. Oh, why did I do that? I needed to slip this under. Oh, I can still slip it under. Work fast, Ellen. Work fast. Work fast. I should have put these down first. Oh, there we go. Wouldn't have even known I forgot about it. That's one. I just love the hint of it popping out the side. Just gives it a really asymmetrical look, which I really, really like. Ah, you have them, but you forgot to use them. Ah, very good, Shaz. I know. I can hear David's outside. He can't answer the phone. He's practicing his karate. And he doesn't answer the phone either. So the overseas people, I'm generally not very nice to. Well, it's not that I'm not very nice. I just generally don't talk and I let them talk. And I do this calling as my job. But mind you, I'm not cold calling people. I'm calling like people who our business has a relationship with. I generally have very nice people who I talk to every week. Can I just need to, there we go, slide that under. See, you wouldn't have even known I forgot to do that, would you? Right. Pop that cap back on. That's a bit dangerous. Now, where did I put all my things? They're over here amongst all the rubbish. I do need a rubbish bin. My little condiment dish. great for a rubbish bin. Just get off. Thank you. I've got my finger stuck there. That was not a smart idea. Come on. These edges. There we go. Okay, so a nice red one. I'm just going totally random to where they're going. So a little bit over the edge of the paper, but not off the edge of the card. Now, while we're here, I am just going to add and let's get those backing pieces off. Use our one there, one there, obviously, because that's where the glue is. Maybe not. And then grab our mushroom heads. So put them at the bottom, and then I can line up my gnome / gonk from there. Okay, so pop. Let me just slide that back up. Pop this here. Try and get it a bit centered. Okay. Get this one over here. So cute. And I don't want red and red if I can help it. A peach one. Peach little girl. That looks great. And then I am going to ground them, but I'm not going to ground them in my normal way. Normally I use smoky slate to ground them. We're actually going to use crumb cake today, just for a little bit of difference. Okay, so I'm putting her down from the mushroom house because I want a little bit of forced perspective here, because they're essentially the same size, and the gnome would not be the same size as the house. So if I put her lower down, it kind of gives you that forced perspective. Okay, someone who plays. Oh, I play with them. Absolutely. Thank you, Shari, for giving me a thumbs up. What did I did not forget to add anything. And we've got to embellish, but we're not there yet. We're doing okay. We are doing fine. Another red one. What colour is our last gnome? Oh, they're both red ones. With, I think that one's a blue house. Okay. So we're going to have a whole red and red and red card, which is fine. It's just the luck of what I cut out and pieced together. And being colourful, all the colours go, because I've stayed with the colours within the set. So it really, truly doesn't make too much of a difference. Oh, you're hanging on. Oh, you poor thing. Okay, so a couple of little lines here, because it's easier to put the glue on than to put the mushroom stems on from there. So just a little bit easier. There's a bit of oozing there, but we will live with that. I like that they're kind of over there. Okay. And that one can go there. I held it down so I didn't make it move this time. I think the little mushrooms really make this card, because then you've got, like, it's that repetition of threes. We've got 3 mushrooms, or 3 groupings of mushrooms on the card, and the fact these ones are 3D and sponged, and they're not sponged, rather blended, just makes them super cute. So I made that one shorter just by pulling the mushroom top further down the stem. So you can make them unique even though they're 2 of the same pieces on each card. Okay, and put our little gnome man somewhere around there. And then just one more to go. And a little bit, just those 2 finishing touches. So don't leave me yet. Don't leave me yet. I know, they are so cute. And the gnome dies are different as well. It's just, I prioritized other things because I got gnomes last year. That's why I didn't get the stamp set, because like, I got gnomes last year. Do I really need them again? Yeah, they do sell themselves very, very well in the catalogue, and I often buy things that don't sell themselves well in the catalogue, like the Charming Sentiments, the Charming Landscapes dies that not dies, sorry, oh my god, embossing folders. So I shared those with you yesterday, Tuesday, and then many of you went, I didn't even notice those in the catalogue. So I'll find those hidden gems often and show those, because sometimes it's hard to show everything in the like super duper best light. The mushrooms are cute. Oh, you're not leaving? Good. I like that you're not leaving. We've lost a couple of people, but that's okay.
Something looks wrong.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. That was just very rude. I wasn't even talking to her. Rude. Oh, bye, Paula. Oh, no, no, no. I wouldn't want to be without crumb cake either. Oh, you're not going. Sorry. The first set you got. Oh, Laurie, awesome. How are you feeling after your cataract surgery? I don't know if you guys know, I do work for an optometrist. So I talk to people all the time who have just had cataract surgery. Don't forget to have your follow-up optometrist appointment to change your glasses if needed. Ah, my lawn mowing people are here. Yay! So funny. Sometimes they come on a Thursday and sometimes they don't. Lucky we're at the end, aren't we? Okay, so I am going to use my crumb cake light. Oh. If you're my crumb cake light, where would you be? Because that is my colour lifter. Oh, I found it. It had popped out of the basket. So, crumb cake light. And what we're going to do is just, and it's such a little detail that makes a lot of difference. Right on cue, David. Oh, that's the one I've already done. I'm just finishing up, so they're not too bad. Normally they come right at the start of the video, But I dare say because they're not doing the lawns as regularly, they're taking a bit longer. So they're out the front at the moment, they're not out the back yet. They will be there in a little bit. I can hear the whippersnapper going. You'll have to tell me if you can actually hear them. Okay, so I'll show you here. Can you just see that grounding? It's there, but it's subtle. It actually looks like the real shadow, but it really is there. Let me tip it up. Ooh, nice. That's okay, Leslie. I haven't got my glasses yet. Ah, very good. Very good. You hear them, okay. Hopefully they're not too distracting. Now, I don't think I'm going to blend this out with the colour blender because it's fairly subtle as it is. Now, we need our final finishing touch of our fine sparkle gems. And what I did in my original card, I just added 2 down there. And I think, especially with this young lass, we may be able to use these ones. So we've got the 3 colours, 4 colours. I can't count. So I'm thinking I'll just use this one and that one just there, just for a little hint. On this one, I kind of feel like I want to use, it's too red, so I'm going to use this. Just kind of, I don't know. Tell me if you think this one's too red. Is it too red? I'm going to break it up with the blue. And then this one, I'm actually going to use the dark blue because I've got, and this is Pacific Point, I think. I'm just hazarding a guess. And then we're toning in there. Thank you. Oh yeah, no. Oh, that's good. Well, I'm glad the cataracts removing them have improved things. My mum had cataract surgery last year, and I think my dad's heading there, but they had 2 different types of cataracts or something. So, yeah. You like the grounding. Yeah, Paula, I can't have things that are meant to be in a scene floating on my card. It hurts my brain, seriously. Okay, so let's grab out what we've used today. We took all our characters from the Storybook Gnomes. We used the silver and gold designer specialty paper. Okay, I am going to move these because these are casting a terrible shadow and they just fell on the floor. We also used, I had previously used these, the tree rings dies for our little mushroom pieces. So this is the tree rings hybrid. Christmas to remember for our sentiment. As I said, could be a Christmas card, could not be a Christmas card, and we used our fine sparkle adhesive back gems. So I've got this friend, I've got this friend, and I've got this friend. So we made all 3 of those today, and this is my original. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're in Australia and desperately need any of these products, or you need to earn the silver and gold specialty paper, you can earn this paper free with a $90 order. All these celebration products are while stocks last, so a lot of things have already sold out or close to selling out. Nicely said, Delinda. Nicely said. Nicely said. Well, they haven't started with the whippersnipper out here yet, so it's not too bad. Yes, thank you. It was a great live. Thank you, girls, for being so entertaining. I did enjoy it a lot. I mean, I enjoy every live, but I did enjoy it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you haven't. I would appreciate that. And if you haven't, I know all the people chatting live are some of my subscribers, but if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you can catch me live, you can join in the chat, because it is only for my subscribers only, because we've had some issues with that before. And you can join in the fun, and don't forget to leave a comment. Just say hi, so I know if you're watching the replay, and if you've made it this far, you're amazing. Thank you for joining me. Even if you watch me sped up, I totally get it, because I do exactly the same thing. Good night, everyone in the Northern Hemisphere. Have a lovely afternoon and weekend, and I will catch you on Tuesday over on my Facebook page. I post over there twice a day generally, so head over there and be entertained by me in a different format. Have a wonderful time. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.